Years ago, Kobe Bryant was asked when his retros would be coming out, and the Black Mamba answered, "If I'm coming back with retros of my sneakers, they're going to have to adapt to the times." And Nike has answered. My name is James, this is Heat Check Manila, where we beat the heat on your feet, and this time we're taking a look at the Nike Kobe 1 Protro. The name Protro is performance retro, and Kobe Bryant has said that if his sneakers come back, they're going to have to make some adjustments so that they can adapt to the times. Now, it looks exactly the same from when they first came out in 2005, but with some changes that will help the baller of today. Let's start with the traction. You can see that there's still the traditional multi-directional herringbone traction with some flex screws over here. It actually moves with your foot, so when you're making your hard moves to the basket, you won't feel like the outsole is actually separate from your foot. It will move with you accordingly. Now, here's where it gets interesting, because inside of this outsole, compared to the OG Kobe 1 model that came out in 2005, that had two separate zoom airbags, one in the heel and one in the forefoot. That is not the case with the Kobe 1 Protro, because now it features a full-length zoom air unit for better cushioning and a smoother ride. Now, with the full-length zoom air unit, the carbon fiber plate that supports your foot from the inside is now shorter. Now, why is that? Because if you shorten the carbon fiber shank inside of the shoe, that'll actually make it lighter. And because of the full-length zoom air unit, you will have a more comfortable landing. I actually tried this one out and the original Kobe 1 model that I have in my possession, and there is a slight difference. You can feel it every time you drive to the basket, every time you jump, and especially every time that you land. Now, this colorway, the Minneapolis Lakers colorway, has different materials compared to the other Kobe 1 Protro models that just came out of the market or will be coming out in the market, because here you can see that the upper is made of nubuck. Now, I personally like nubuck because it will break in a little faster compared to other materials like maybe full-on leather. So nubuck is easier to play in, especially if you want something that you can just ball in fresh out the box. Now, the toe area is actually made of leather. Some people don't like it, but I actually like the aesthetic of it. There's some weathering on this toe area right here. It gives it a more sophisticated look. Now, I, along with a lot of other people, like the very aggressive outrigger of the Kobe 1 Protro, because again, if you're a basketball player that doesn't play in wooden courts or nice courts that often, you want something that will support your foot in any movement in any court. This very aggressive outrigger performs extremely well. It'll stop you dead in your tracks, as well as keep your foot in place when you're sliding laterally, and I think it's one of the greatest appeals of the shoe. You don't see any other models with this type of outrigger design, which is why I like it. Now, when you take a look at the inside of the shoe, you'll see the MPLS detail as well, of course a nod to the Minneapolis Lakers, and the colorway of the shoe, the blue, the silver, the white, it's actually the uniform colors of the Minneapolis Lakers back in the day. Now, if you actually take a look at this area right here, when you compare it to previous Kobe models, I just feel like there's better cushioning here, so that when your foot is inside and when you're making all the hard movements in any game, whether you play 30 minutes or 10 minutes or 50 minutes or 2 hours or how many games, what have you, your foot will be extremely comfortable. Now, for lockdown, the moment I put this shoe in place, I could immediately feel some dead space towards the heel area. There is a carbon fiber stabilizer here and a heel counter right here, but if you don't lace it tightly or if you don't lace it all the way up, you might feel that dead space and it might make you feel uncomfortable when you're playing. So I suggest either one, you lace it all the way up and tightly, or two, you go down half a size. I went with my usual 10.5 because I usually wear thick socks whenever I play, and it eliminated the dead space immediately. If I'm wearing it casually and I'm not lacing it tightly or all the way up, you will feel that dead space, but again, just a little adjustment when you lace it up and you'll be good to go. And finally, on the inside of the shoe, there are actually some EVA pads that you can see in the midsole that's inside that gives you additional cushioning. And the final thing that Nike did with the Protro, according to the tech website of Nike itself, is that they eliminated some of the foam inside, and that came in part with making it a full-length zoom unit, and then making sure that you have a shorter carbon fiber shank plate underneath, so that the shoe is a little lighter than what you would experience in the OG Kobe 1 model. Now, compared to the other shoes in the market right now, is this something that you can play in? And my answer is absolutely, especially if you come from the 90s like me. No, I'm not revealing my age, but I appreciate old school sneakers, old school silhouettes, but I also have a love for the new school, like the Kobe AD NXT 360, or the KD 11, or the LeBron 15 that LeBron James just wore the past season, or the Kyrie 4. Yes, all of them are great options, but the original will always have a special place in my heart. Not just because of performance, but because of significance. Imagine, this was the model, not the colorway, but the model that Kobe had on his feet when he scored 81 points, when he dropped 62 3/4 against the Dallas Mavericks, when he hit that game winner against the Phoenix Suns in the playoffs. A lot of memories go into this shoe. So more than the performance, I think it's the significance of the Kobe 1 Protro that makes it a go-to sneaker for me. Will it be my first pair to ball in if I'm competing like in a rec league or with my friends? Maybe not, but it'll definitely be in my bag. All in all, the Nike Kobe 1 Protro will get a solid 9 out of 10 for me. It's a 9 because it's a little heavier than the other models like the Kobe 360, which is definitely lighter. It has the exact traction that it can provide, some impact protection as well. So the lighter model will have an edge against the Kobe 1 Protro for me. But all in all, this is definitely a beautiful sneaker that I can wear casually, that I can rock outside of the court, and this is something that I would definitely rock on the court if I'm playing in a competitive game or just in a casual game with friends. Not only does it perform well, but it looks fly. You can get the Nike Kobe 1 Protro for 8,995 pesos in Titan and Nike stores nationwide. My name is James. This has been Heat Check Manila. I'll catch you guys on the rebound.